As you can see, I've got loads of books, but the book I want to talk about today is my favourite book. It's a book that's inspired generations of fans. It's a book that's been loved by millions of people. It's one of the highest selling books ever written, and it's also inspired three of what I consider to be three of the best films I've ever seen as well. This is it. This is an edition of it my parents bought me for Christmas when I was younger. It's The Lord of the Rings, there we go, by J.R.R. Tolkien. It's actually three books in one. This is all three put together, so it's absolutely a massively long book to read. You'll see 1,073 pages there. I first read this book when I was in my teenage years and loved it straight away. I found it very difficult when I first read it. I think about 13 or 14. I found it quite difficult because Tolkien's very, very detailed in his writing. But then I read it again, and I've read it 5 times now, and each time I read it I sort of find something new from it. The great thing about it for me is that Tolkien is not just creating a story or some basic characters. He's creating a whole world, a whole new world that you get to sort of visit when you read his book. The level of description that he writes in, the fact that he's invented religions, he's invented different types of creatures, he's invented the languages they speak. It just gives the novel such depth and such realism that it just is something that I certainly, if I find myself reading this, I'm no longer in my normal life. I could very, very much imagine myself being in this world, and I think that's what makes it truly a great piece of literature. So my favourite book is Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien.